Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth.
Sure.
Both of us, really.
Uh-huh. They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did.
Uh-huh.
I was the perfect candidate. I mean, well, the Institute...
Uh-huh.
It only made sense that my... I'll admit. When I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, but manage
Right.
extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly, it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment. I had no idea what kind of...
Uh-huh.
Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? Perhaps most curious to me.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still,
Sure.
the synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
The Courser could have handled it on his own.
I disagree. The railroad remains an annoyance. And you, well, you've passed the test. Please, take this as a token of... It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me in some... I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
John.
I know you'll achieve great things here.
Son.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important.
Broken.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Call this a clean floor. Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grimy dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and real people.
Require our attention first.
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't I've been saying for years, maybe you can talk some sense. In any case, I suppose perhaps a...
With the exception of one notable breach, Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real. With every advance the Institute makes, many compromises.
Compromises for the weak.
That is one perspective, yes. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor. It will ensure not just ours.
I'm not sure what this means.
You'll see in time. I promise you that. The reactor is close to ready, but recent and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kel. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven...
Yes, but...
This is not a matter. Now, there is one more
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. The Institute cannot... To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
X688 sounded very impressed with your work at Libertalia. He doesn't give praise lightly.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large... That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us.
Look, Director, I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth Provisional Government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the android program, we don't have to. we'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order.
I have to admit, the third generation sensor.
Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable.
Remember to conserve power at every opportunity.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead...
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the... Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Child synth prototype. May truly be the key to our future.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them. Huh?
Who's that?
Something's out there. Long live the brother.
Someone went through a great deal of trouble to fortify this place.
Must have spent a whole case of ammo in this site.
Suppose that means...
Paladin Dance. Glad to see you alive and well, sir.
Are we in luck, sir? Mission accomplished. We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Halen, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the Brotherhood. He shows a lot of promise. And with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Thanks. I promise not to let you down.
You don't have to prove anything else to me. Getting that transmitter was enough.
So you decided to stay, huh? I expected you to take your payment and run.
Let's just hug this out and get it over with. What do you say?
You can play it however you want, tough guy. It's gonna take a lot more than completing one mission to impress me.
Reese, that's enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what we're not soldiers of fortune. If you intend to stay...
Don't worry. I've spent time in the military.
Perfect. Then there's no need to give you a long lecture. So I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone. You fall in line. There's one last order of business.
Sure.
I'm going to recommend you to be awarded the rank of Knight. Now, nothing's official until you speak.
Thank you.
Thanks, Arn.
Ad Victoriam Knight.
He doesn't even know what that means.
Ad Victoriam means to victory. In our eyes, defeat is unacceptable. Because we're fighting, our rallying cry is more powerful than any... Now, I've received orders that we're both to report to the... However, if you want to run a few ops for Scribe Halen or not, I'll leave the choice up to you. Let me know when you're ready to mount up.
Paladin.
Are you ready to head up to the ship?
Of course I am. I've never seen anything so impressive.
Takes your breath away, doesn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
After rolling that thing in, you've certainly started a war.
Yes, or at least sending a very strong message. One for the books, as they say.
If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming show of force has a chance of halting a conflict before it begins. Besides, why should we hold back when we have something like that at our disposal? That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen. I've received orders that we're both to report. Follow me up to the roof of the police station.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge to take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause, but they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Stay close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Mission granted. Welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
You know those synths with the plastic faces?
Elder Maxon?
Your orders were to speak to Lancer Captain Kells. I suggest you follow me to the letter.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight.
I believe Captain Kells is waiting for you to report in.
One's dead. Put one more in its head for good measure. Might take a chance.
Captain Kells?
So, you're the one Paladin Danse is taking.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I've read Paladin Danse. You might expect an endorsement like it. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxson will be addressing... Now, was there anything else? Or was everything I said understood?
Not even a hint? Come on. I deserve it.
No. You'll just have to wait until Elder Maxson addresses the crew. Now dispense with the questions. It's time to get to work. That's all for now, so your orders are to proceed to the... If you have any questions, ask me.
Sure. I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest dismissed, Initiate.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxson is holding his address inside the command deck.
No, I think you've almost got it. That's it. Thank you, Sprout.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our beneath the Commonwealth. There is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute's scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
No matter how many battles
Sir,
we win, there's always
I care
another
about
fight
them,
ahead
you
of
know.
us.
The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent it. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ash.
Don't worry.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear, and he concludes, seeing as he's one of my most respected, therefore, from this moment forward, and befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power.
Uh-huh. I'll do my best to live up to it.
In any event, welcome aboard the Prydwins.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
Dance?
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind.
Of course he does. How could he?
Sure.
I just hope you appreciate how much, not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up,
I won't let you down.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to, in order to be an effective, since I've been officially assigned.
Sounds good.
Outstanding. If we want to win the people's hearts and minds, we have to spread the word of the Brotherhood.
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight. Hopefully the next recovery team will bring back some decent supplies. Been having to get real creative lately. Mez is self-service, brother. You take what you need.
There. Try it now.
Nothing. I'm supposed to report 10 minutes.
You're the new recruit I heard about.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Not dis- Anyway, since you came... My name's Ingram. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwin's about to crash into the ground.
We've got a vertibird bringing...
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Played. There isn't a day that... And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to...
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Would it help if I promised not to tell anyone else?
I'm not really looking for sympathy. And honestly, I don't know you that well. Maybe some other time. Anyway, there's a pretty deep... Oh, and if you need any work done now, if you'll...
By Elder Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected. Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Makes me sick.
What's on your duty post? Captain Kells wants me to take a look at Thruster 4. Says it's giving off an abnormal vibration.
While you're doing that, they have me screaming Thruster.
Can you tell Kells if he wants things fixed, he needs to keep the damn ship steady?
Don't let Ingram get
Dr. Tegan.
around.
Step forward, Knight.
Before you can
Even though they were locked.
Uh-huh. Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot. The powers that be. If you need to stock up on supply.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs, keeping the Brotherhood supplied. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able... Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few...
Right. I could use some...
You need them. Just involves a little... And after you're... In the meantime...
Excuse me, Proctor Teagan.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew. I need work if you need it.
Won't be able to hack this.
Oh god, bull rabbit stick. It's a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Good. You're finally here.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Since it's obvious that...
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so...
Yeah. Under normals. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research. Unfortunately...
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, saves us from...
If you want my help, just ask already.
I wasn't aware you were interested. As you patrol the... I'm authorized to pay you for...
Sure.
And if you wish to be assigned... In any event, it was...
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier.
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series... First question. As a child...
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third, have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many waste... Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior apt, since you haven't spent too much time in the wasteland. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your...
Right.
If you ever need medical assistance.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
How can I help you today? How can I help you today?
Patch me out, Doc.
Well, to fix the problem...
That was it.
Sounds...
Cade?
Looking for medical assistance, soldier?
Actually, I need some supplies.
Scribe.
Proctor Tegan.
Can I help you with anything?
Set me up.
Sure, I've got
What's up?
The duty shift was long. Glad we're making a difference out here.
What brings you to me today?
Proctor.
What can I get for you today?
Have anything unusual?
I have some special. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Slap a few of them onto your weapon.
Set me up.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Tegan.
You're looking to pick a fight? I'll help you end it.
I'm looking for some firepower.
All of my weapons.
I don't know about Scrod or Ryan. I think she loves her little Zilla a bit too much.
Brotherhood behind us, we'll never fall.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother. Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down.
Hey.
Go ahead.
So you're the new
Over
man
here.
I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Move here.
Affirmative.
Wait there.
Roger. Holding position.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. Had enough alliance in his foolish ways.
Charging into a situation, guns blazing, is a good way to get yourself killed.
Our vertebrates.
Elder.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew.
Uh-huh. What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of fat. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part. A squad of troops armed with one of these. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear... Now, we have a vertibird on standby. Use it to carry our message.
Sure.
Dismissed.
Elder Maxon.
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
Target located.
You got a new assignment.
Yeah, research patrol.
Babysitting field scribe. Prestigious.
Beats guard duty. Why?
Bad
You're kidding.
Not in defense rotation. Can't leave a couple
This is our supply depot. Unless you're here on official.
You're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood.
The last person that disobeyed got kicked out. Ended up scraping the rust off the prisoner's home.
Repair mass. Not everything in the wasteland will have all of them. But they're guaranteed to have it.
Unless you have business here.
I heard that Elder Max about that scar on his face.
No injury. Anyone
Night.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin with a vertebrae.
If Elder Max and Arthur...
Medical attention? Make that sick day.
Let's get airborne.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
Having the Prydwen moored above the airport keeps the Brotherhood within striking distance of the city.
Try and keep him in your sights. Primary target down. Look at that thing bleed. I'm gonna find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Prydwen for repairs.
area seems to be in disarray.
I'll wear your guts around my neck! This is what death looks like up close!
Yes.
Wow, that's a skill they don't teach you. May appear abandoned, but that doesn't mean we should drop our guard. Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
Hey.
All right. Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial.
Wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off.
Wish a buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean
What?
off.
Who's there?
This equipment's here for a reason. Let's find out why. Remain vigilant. I know they're still here. Slow down. Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities.
Excuse me, Paladin Danse?
Look at this place. You must hate...
Absolutely. Wiping...
I wish all of man... These monstro... I've been fighting... I've seen what these... It would be art.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing...
Thank you, brother. Anyway, what's important here? You should head back up. Dismissed.